Life in Elmina has always been shaped by the sea. Every morning, the harbor comes alive, fishermen set out in their boats, and the town awakens to a rhythm passed down through generations. Rising above this bustling port stand two landmarks that have watched over the town for centuries: Fort Koenradsberg on the hill above, and Elmina Castle at the water's edge. In 1637, Elmina became the seat of Dutch presence on the Gold Coast, marking the beginning of a cultural exchange that still resonates today. This is the story of how Elmina and the Netherlands became bound together in architecture, in tradition, in family, and in memory. Our journey begins at Fort Koenradsberg, located on the San Diego Hill. In August 1637, Dutch forces landed here after sailing from Brazil. Their goal, to capture Elmina Castle from the Portuguese. It was their third attempt, after failed assaults in 1596 and 1625. From this hill, the Dutch positioned their cannons and bombarded Elmina Castle below. After 6 days of fighting, the Portuguese surrendered. To secure their victory, the Dutch later built Fort Koenradsberg on this hill. For centuries, it stood as a sentinel, guarding the castle, the harbour, and the town that was becoming their seat of power. You are now standing in front of the Elmina Castle, the heart of Dutch presence on the Gold Coast. Originally built by the Portuguese in 1482, it is the oldest European structure south of the Sahara. When the Dutch captured it, the castle became the heart of their administration on the Gold Coast for the next 235 years. From here, governors ruled, trade was managed, and Dutch customs, architecture, and governance blended with local traditions, leaving a mark that continues to this day. Here lies the Dutch cemetery of Elmina, established in 1806. Beneath its stones rest governors, merchants, and families who made this town their home. Their names, carved in Dutch, are still visible today, telling of lives lived far from Europe, but forever tied to Elmina. The town of Elmina itself carries the marks of Dutch influence. Some houses still stand proudly, their shutters and stone walls echoing the designs of another era. Others, weathered and in ruins, are silent reminders of the town's long history, etched in stone and timber. But architecture is only part of the story. Elmina's people embraced and adapted Dutch customs into their own rhythms of life. We are now at the number 4 company Asafo Pasuban Shrine. The Asafo companies, Elmina's traditional warrior groups, reorganized themselves in ways shaped by Dutch influence. Flags, symbols, and regalia, often adapted from Dutch and European designs, became part of the Asafo identity. Bronya, Ghana's word for Christmas festivities, began in Elmina with the Portuguese in the 15th century, who celebrated with swimming contests for canoes filled with gifts. When the Dutch captured Elmina in 1637, they renamed it Edina Bronya and reshaped it into a festival of unity between the Dutch and people of Elmina, blending European customs with local traditions. We end our journey inside the Elmina Castle Museum, where the shared history of Elmina and the Netherlands is preserved and retold. Its exhibits tell of Dutch governors who once ruled here, Afro-European families who shaped the community, and traditions that still live in the daily life of Elmina. However, the Dutch presence extended beyond monuments and records. They became part of the community itself. Through intermarriage, family bonds were forged. Today, more than 100 families in Elmina proudly trace their ancestry to these connections. Surnames like Bartels and Van Dyke carry this shared heritage into the present. Through our cultural program, we illuminate the ways this shared history has influenced and intertwined both cultures. We aim to uncover the untold stories, amplify diverse perspectives, and ensure that the stories from the past are kept alive. This is Elmina, where history still lives, where past and present meet at the water's edge, and where Ghana and the Netherlands continue to shape a vision of the future, one of heritage, tradition, and enduring bonds.